Hey there. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Live tab of the Crowd Control app and showing off all the features and options that you have. We'll start in the upper left corner with the game selection. If you click here, you'll see a drop down of all the games that we support. Going to the right a little bit is our pack selector. Clicking here will show you all the packs available for the game that you currently have selected. In this box, we'll have important information for the game you're playing, which can include links like the ones seen here. Moving over, we have the monitor overlay button, which will allow you to select which monitors you'd like to use for your disrupts overlay, as well as your effect overlay. And it also has the option to enable the legacy overlay. Next, and very important, is this golden book icon, which will link you to our game guide. Here we'll have all the information to get your game up and running, and it's always the first thing we point to double check if you're having any issues. In the top right corner, you'll see the Host Lobby button, which should be grayed out until all the items in your checklist are green. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Now that our game is launched and our checklist is complete, we can click in. Here we'll let you know that lobbies are intended to bring multiplayer experiences to single-player games by sharing effects with your friends or viewers. Lobbies are generally not intended to be used with games that natively support multiplayer. For more information about lobbies, you can click into this link right here. For now, we'll just be moving on. Underneath the lobby button is where you can paste your lobby code. Then on the left side of the app, very important, we have our checklist, which from top to bottom will show you step by step how to set up your game with Crowd Control. These folder icons will allow you to manually load in any files you may need. Any trash can icons will delete the current files. Then down here, we have another link to the game guide if you have questions. As we move towards the middle of the app, you'll notice the session dashboard, which will allow you to see all your activity during a session. Right in the middle, we have our big green glowing start session button, which will kick off your session. So let's go ahead and do that. Now you'll notice some changes. In the activity feed, we have examples of users receiving coins, queued effects, triggered effects. We have the session duration in the top left, and the total amount of effects sent, as well as users interacted, and paid coins spent during your session. Moving over to the right, we have our stop session button, which will end your session. And then right above that, we have our filter system, which will allow you to filter out specific events in your activity feed. You can click these on or off. Moving over to the shield icon, we have our Manage Users button. This will allow you to manage any moderators you've added or any users that you've banned during your sessions. Moving over again to the cog icon, we have our effect and queue settings. Here you can choose to ignore effect requests, which will reject all incoming effects, game effects, and disrupts on this PC. This is helpful for 2 PC setups. Then you can set the total for max queued effects as well as max queued effects per user. Moving down, we have our effect manager, which will allow you to change prices, enable and disable effects, as well as change all sorts of settings. You can also set up channel rewards, Twitch events, as well as TikTok triggers and other third-party effects and triggers as well. We have a separate effect manager guide video where we take an in-depth look at everything here, so we recommend checking out that video as well. Then to the right of the effect manager, we have our disrupt packs, which you can toggle on, and you'll see that when you do, they get added to your effects list on the left side of the app. Heading over to the test effect list, this will show you all current available effects that your viewers can see. You can also use this list in addition to your interact link to test effects before going live, which we highly recommend doing so you don't encounter issues while you're streaming. All you need to do is find an effect that you want to test and then click on it to activate it. Here we'll try the blue filter disrupt, and you'll see that it's activated. Right above the effect list, we have a search bar where you can search for specific effects. As you start typing out, it'll start filtering out effects based on the name. And then clearing this will bring back all effects. Moving underneath the test effect list, on the left, we have the trigger test hype train. This will allow you to test hype train effects you've set up. And then on the right, we have our managed chaos mode. Chaos mode will make it so that effects trigger randomly in addition to viewer effects. We have options in both basic and advanced. For basic, we have an activity preset, which will allow you to choose how frequently the bot sends effects. If you click on advanced, you'll see you have a bit more customization here. So we explain in text here how chaos mode works, and then below, we allow you to adjust the parameters to customize chaos mode to your liking. So here you can change the duration between effects. You can use the arrow keys to go up and down to adjust this. Then you can also change the chance that an effect occurs, as well as the penalty for when a viewer sends an effect. And then in the top right of this box, you'll want to make sure to toggle chaos mode on if you'd like it active. When you're making changes in the app, the outline will go from yellow to green to show that it's saved. And then if you look to the right of chaos mode, you'll see this little red X, which will allow you to end all timed effects that are currently running. And then below that, there's a button where you can copy your interact link to share with your viewers. The interact link is where viewers can purchase coins and send effects. And that about wraps it up for our look at the live tab of the Crowd Control app. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us on Discord for support. And as always, thanks for choosing Crowd Control, and we hope you enjoy your sessions.